Hi there, I'm Sunny Ray. I'm a certified clinical nutritionist, a licensed nutritionist in the state of Minnesota. I'm a teacher, certified teacher, educational consultant, whole brain integrationist, laterality therapist, naturopathic doctor, and I have a list of other things that most people wouldn't even know. I'm qualified to do scalpel acupuncture if I were in China. How I got to China in the first place was I was in a research group with a number of physicians in my area, and we would get together regularly and just collaborate with each other. Difficult patients, difficult problems, and we were just trying to encourage one another and give each other other options. And at one of these meetings, there was an invitation by some people from China to come for us to present our material to them. We were one of 4 locations in the U.S. where these doctors came. I know at least 2 of them. One was, they were prestigious universities, and they ended up at our meeting as well. So while we were speaking, the doctor next to me, who had written many books, he had been in many peer-reviewed journals, he kept bugging me. He kept nudging me and said, do the weird stuff you do. Do the weird stuff you do. And this was back in 1994. He actually irritated me enough that when it was my turn, first I presented the number of studies that I had put forth in another area, and then I decided to do the weird stuff I do, because it was just to get him off my back. So I got up and I just ran through some basic muscle testing on the woman. I didn't know if they knew English or not because they weren't speaking to me in English. Everything was being translated. And so I ran through some things. I made some statements about some concerns that I believed she had and told her some solutions nutritionally. In fact, in the building there was someone who had a product that I thought was usable. We went to that building because one of the clinicians had an office there. I got some, handed it to her and said, well, try to take so much of this nutritional and you should be better soon. They asked me at that point in time would I come to China and teach, and I had said I'll go if I can bring my daughter Alyssa. I didn't realize that they hadn't asked everybody else. What I had told her from just muscle testing was something that her husband, who served on World Health Organization committee for that particular concern, had said he had spent years trying to determine what her problem was, and that I'd figured it out in about 5 minutes, and I had presented a solution. He didn't have a solution to that particular problem. So I didn't realize they were husband and wife either. They were both physicians. She was a high-ranking communist. I'm not exactly sure of her title, but I know she was a secretary in the province in one of the larger hospitals in China. And so she said, well, will you come? And I said, sure, just thinking that was a polite thing to do. 4 days later, I was presenting at a hospital to a large audience, and I saw a large Chinese entourage walk in the back and sit down. And I thought, what is that about? I don't know. So at a break, I said, I'm taking a break, and they came forward and invited me to teach in China, and it was because I was right. I had figured out their problem in minimal amount of time, and she was already better. So all of my, back then in 1994, to be invited by those that be in charge in China to go teach over there, it was because I had known how to do my Touch for Health, and I'd done it every single day. I'd done it 8 hours a day on people, and it became just part of who I was, and it was such an easy solution and helped her make her life better. We became close friends, and I ended up going back to China and teaching 3 separate times in that hospital that was one of the largest ones in China. So, thank you.